on the surface, Finland is the education world's ultimate slacker. Children don't start school here until they're 7 years old. They have far less homework than many countries, and they log fewer hours in the classroom than most developed countries, even the United States. But don't be fooled. Finnish students score first in the world in science and second in the world in math.
That's a kind of amazing thing that we are able to achieve high internationally in these academic areas that are measured with a very little work and a very short school days.
Finland is less concerned about the amount of time students spend in class than with how that time is spent.
If we could calculate how much time young people engage in real learning, I think Finnish young people are probably at the same level where your children or Japanese or Koreans are.
In Finland's schools, teachers spend less time drilling the facts and more time developing students' creativity. Hardly any time is spent preparing students for standardized tests. But how can Finland afford to be so flexible in its approach and still get great results? The answer is simple. They have great teachers. Teaching is a highly respected profession here, on par with doctors and lawyers. That's because they're all required to have master's degrees. The competition for those degrees is fierce. Only 1 in 10 applicants is accepted to primary school teacher training programs.
The elementary teacher program is hardest to get in the university. It's harder to get in than to medical school or law school.
From sort of day one, they start making you think about the importance of how you're teaching and what it is that you're trying to get across. It's not just your subject, it's also that you're raising future citizens.
There is a national curriculum here, but it's just a framework, serving as a guide for each school. And because teachers don't have standardized tests to worry about, they can teach their students however they want.
It's like in a company, you have a strategy of the company, but you are not watching each employee all the time. So it's a very autonomous profession.
But this autonomy and handing over the responsibility of many things to schools would not have been possible if we hadn't had this academic program for training teachers. So without good teachers, you cannot really do this.
This whole business of education is run by the educators. And that's why the communication and dialogue within this community is very different.
What is so obvious about the education system in this country is that people are engaged in problem solving, not in winning arguments. And they work to make sure that teachers have what they need to accomplish their task of educating a country.